So let's talk about the importance of press releases and why every local business should be doing them. The first thing about a press release is when you have a professionally written press release, it can be about any topic, and we won't cover all those here, we'll show you that in a separate report. But just understand it can be any topic. It can be the fact that you've just launched a new service, the fact that you're doing a special on a service, the fact you've just opened, new premises, you've got new staff, you've made some kind of change, you're celebrating the fact you've been trading for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. There's a million and one reasons why you can release a press release. But when you do these press releases correctly, the power is absolutely incredible. So the first thing they do is they normally are issued, straight away, very quickly, within a couple of hours. So you get instant exposure. I'll show you later on, how we get them onto page 1 of Google, and we really get some exposure. But you get instant exposure. So your press release goes out there, and immediately it can be seen by local people, local journalists, etc. It increases your sales potential, because obviously what happens is when you put a press release out there, and again I'm going to show you shortly the things that you can do with this press release, but it increases your sales potential because it starts to show Google all the other things that you have online and where people can find you, and it helps boost your rankings. The third thing it does, it's a chance to boost the effectiveness of your marketing plan. So again, if you're doing all the right sort of things, you're out there, you're adding content to your website, and that's one of the things that you could be doing a press release about. You can add an article to your website and then write a press release about your article, and point at all, to point Google at it, show Google that it exists, show Google it's a new bit of content, and you drive traffic to the blog post, which in turn drives traffic to your business. It's an opportunity to brand yourself. Now, when we say brand yourself, it's important that you're out there, you're the front of your business. Your business brand should be growing. And we keep talking about it in every video that we do. Brand awareness locally is so important now. Google is looking for local brands. If you did a search today for an item, an object, that's something that can be purchased, who normally comes up there? It'll be Amazon, it'll be Tesco, it'll be PC World, companies like that, depending on what the item is. But what I'm saying is, Google shows brands. Well, locally, Google wants to show brands as well. It's looking who are the big brands locally. So writing press releases is your opportunity to set yourself up as a brand and show yourself as an industry expert. One example I like to give when we're talking about video marketing is, when you see a news item, some disasters happen, some events happened, and all of a sudden they've got somebody on the news desk and they've got an expert in there giving their opinion. And the fact that they're on that screen, you assume they are the expert. Why? Because they're sat there on that screen in front of you. But that person could be the 6th person they phoned, who they could get there in time in a taxi to be able to sit in the studio and give these the points of view across that they give as the so-called expert. It's not necessarily the number one expert in the industry. So therefore, when you put these press releases out and people see you online and Google sees all this information, Google assumes you're a brand and you're an industry expert. And don't forget, when you're putting these press releases out, just think of it this way. If you've got 2 beauty salons sat alongside each other, one of them is doing regular press releases, the other one isn't. Who do you think Google will think is the major local brand? And they're so easy to do. I've already mentioned it, but yeah, it drives increased traffic to your website, not necessarily directly from the press release, but the fact that the press release is linking out to your other properties, which I'll show you in a minute, and therefore your other properties are getting activity on them. And this is where, what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about important SEO benefits, there's search engine optimization. By putting these press releases out there, telling Google what your business is about and what things that are happening to your business, and then linking to your other properties, all of these drive important search engine optimization benefits. In other words, you're going to rank higher than your competitors when people are searching for your goods or your services. And it's a new opportunity to actually reach your target audience, because some people will read these press releases in your local area. You'll find maybe some local press people want to take it up and put it into your local press. There's lots of opportunity when you put these press releases out there. And it's also the perfect occasion to distribute your content across different channels. What do we mean by that? So you put a press release out there. Once you've got your press releases already onto the Google search engine, now you can actually start sharing it on your Facebook, on your Twitter. You can even put links to it on your website back to your press release. There's a multitude of things you can do that's putting all these cross channels out there and giving all the right signals to Google to help you rank even higher and get even more traffic to your website, and increase your sales. You can build solid relationships with journalists. Now, I'm not talking about you writing press releases for your local journalists to pick up. What will happen is when they see these articles going online, you may very well find that the local journalists want to start talking to you and asking you what's going on about your business, etc., and put stories in the local press for you. And it's a very, very cost-effective method to attract, different people to your business, and whether they be investors, whether they be people that want to actually trade with you, all these different things that business to business do. It's a brilliant way of getting your brand out there. I really can't emphasize that. And when I'm talking about local brand, I was doing a search here, and there's some trends that they were looking at, and it's look at this from in the news. The good news is that Google starts to take local intent more seriously, with localized search now sitting directly above the organic results. So too are brands and businesses. Right now, what the hell does that mean? So if I come onto Google and I'm incognito again, I always say to you, make sure when you're doing experiments and trying things, you go incognito. So I'm using Chrome, I'm incognito, so Google's not looking at my cookies and all the rest of it. And I've just typed in wood flooring. So what does Google do? So Google, I'm not sure what I'm looking for now, wood flooring. But look what happens. It shows me some wood flooring from the Google Shopping. It shows me an advert. But then next thing it shows me above everything else is local. A local map with 3 local businesses, because it wants to, it's looking at your intent. Are you looking for a local business that does wood flooring? If it isn't, it then starts going across the UK and it starts showing the brands. Direct Wood Flooring, Wicks, people like B&Q, DIY are down here, etc. So Google is looking for brand, whether it be local brand or national brand. So brand is very important to everything that you are doing. Now, when you launch your press release, if you're using services like the service we offer, and there's many out there, but when you do these online press releases, this is what I'm saying is important. So we've typed in composite deck in Swansea, and up comes one of our clients here with their press release on a website called Digital Journal. This is where we put some of our press releases. Digital Journal is a very, very powerful website. So the important things here that happens is, number one, it gets into Google News. So here, if I go here, this is the normal Google, it's showing local brands, etc. This is the company we deal with, DG Heath. So here they are as a local brand, and I know they're ranking, etc. But just ignore that for a minute. This happens to every single press release that we put out there. It's not a promise. It's just, so far, it's been 100% that everything we put out there as a press release, when we come to Google News, up it's popped on the rankings. It's hit page 1. Now, here's the important thing. It's on Google, guys. We say in every video, Google is 90% of all the searches that take place in the UK. So when people are doing local search, here we are. We've got Google suddenly see that you, as a company, have put out a press release. And when you put this press release out, Google now goes to see what the press release says. So that particular press release, here it is on the Digital Journal website. And what I want to show you is when we put this press release out, so we put a nice image, we can embed your Google Maps on here so people can find you. You can embed video on here. But the couple of the important things you can put in here for when we mentioned about search engine ranking and getting more traffic to your website, you can put links in your press release. Now that doesn't mean you put lots of links. In fact, we always recommend a maximum of 3. But when you put these links in, so I've got a link here with the word decking in, I've got a link here with the word composite decking, and I've got a link further down the press release that says Composite Decking Company. So where do these links go to? Well, because Google's now seen this, it's on Google News, it's seen this content, so it follows these links to see what's happening. So the first link goes off to the YouTube channel of this particular company. So now Google can see all the different videos that this company does all about decking and composite decking. So do you think that Google's now beginning to build a picture up that this company might be a good brand that does composite decking? Then the second link on there goes to their actual website, where we take them to their composite decking page, where they can go off and start choosing the different types of composite decking that they do. And the third link on there took them off to their Facebook page. So again, we're now saying to Google, hey, you know, this Facebook page here, this is all about composite decking as well. So you're building up a brand image here for Google. So Google can now see, hey, they got a YouTube channel, they got a Facebook channel, they've got all these things, and it's all about this particular product, composite decking. So it's important that you understand the importance of press releases and the fact that they can rank on page 1 of Google, but more importantly, they can drive traffic to your site and build your local brand by sending out all these positive signals to Google to ensure Google knows all about your business.